Welcome to the session. Today we'll start the subject electrical estimation and costing of 5th semester electrical and electronics engineering. Before starting the subject, one should have knowledge about the elements of electrical engineering, engineering drawing, electrical wiring and professional ethics to understand the subject electrical estimation and costing. What are the objectives of this subject? After completion of the studying of this subject, one should able to prepare the schedule of materials, specifications of materials and estimation of the complete work. This subject consists of 6 units, totally of for 52 hours. First unit introduction of 5 hours, second unit service mains of 10 hours, third unit lighting installations of 12 hours, fourth unit power installations 8 hours, fifth unit distribution lines and transformer center 10 hours, sixth unit transmission lines and substations 7 hours. These 6 units of 52 hours, one by one, we'll discuss in the classes. Today, we'll start with the first unit introduction. In first unit introduction, there are 5 sessions. Today, we'll start with the first session. In this introduction, if you want to start any work or any electrical work, before starting the work, what are all the things you have to know or we have to know? We have to know the what is the type of work, clear picture about that work, what are all the materials required for that work, specifications of those materials. Specifications means that are detailed of the materials. For example, if you want to purchase a switch, which type of switch you want, either a two-way switch or a single-way switch, 6 amps or 15 amps, like this. These are all things will be there in the specification. So you have to know the specification of those materials and the cost required to execute the work, including the material cost, labor charges and other charges, etc. To know all these things, what we have to do? We have to prepare an estimation or we have to do a estimation. Then what is estimation? Estimation means the calculation of required quantities of materials, knowing specifications of those materials and cost required for the work before starting the work. Exactly, the estimation is the pre-assessment of quantities of the various materials or items required for the work and cost required for those materials and execute the complete work. The total cost consists of material cost, labor charges and other charges. Estimation you can done in approximately or in detailed. Next, the purpose of estimation. Why you need estimation, or what is necessity of estimation? The necessity of estimation, first point, to know the materials and cost to be required before starting the project. What all the required materials are there? You have to ensure all the materials are available in the market, that is availability of materials, availability of all the materials in the market. Next, if you done with proper estimation, you can avoid the misuse of materials and money. You can avoid the to avoid the misuse of material and money, you are going to do the estimation. That is one more purpose. Next, if you have already estimated all materials are available in time and labors are available in time within the site, you can complete the work with less time. That is fourth point, to reduce the time required for completion of project. Time required for the completion of project. The last point, if the time required is less, then it is shown that you have completed the work without any disturbances. So to complete the project without uninterruptedly or without any disturbances, you need to make the estimation. That is last point for the purpose of estimation, to complete the project uninterruptedly. Next, factors to be considered while preparing estimation. What are all the factors you are going to consider while preparing estimation? First, standard performer for making estimation. There is a one format to make the estimation, that is standard performer or standard format. What is standard performer? What is that? This wait we'll see. See, this is the standard performer for estimation. First column is serial number, next description, quantity. Description means here you will write the material description. Material description, for example, if you want a, in the work you want a 5 amps switch. 5 amps switch is of what? 5 amp switch, 5 amp switch of any company make with single phase. Quantity, how much quantity you required? For example, you need required 10, you need 10 numbers, you will require 10 numbers. If you want a wire to purchase, if you want to purchase a wire, the quantity will be in meters or in centimeters or in coil. Okay, the unit will go on changes. Next, rate per unit. For example, 5 amp switch you are taking, for one switch it will be of 10 rupees. Next, total amount, how much quantity is required into rate per unit, you will get the total amount. Any remarks is there, you have to write here in the remarks column. This is the standard performer for estimation. Then factors, what are all things you are going to consider? First you are going to consider the standard performer for making the estimation. Next, specification of the materials. what are all the materials you have listed, you are going to consider those specifications also. Next, the latest price and net prices of materials. Latest prices and net prices of materials. The once you consider the specifications, you have to consider the prices also. Next, charges. You cannot complete the work only by considering the material charges. There will be the other charges also, like labor charges, overhead charges, supervision charges, contingencies, inspection charges, transportation charges, and stock incidental charges, miscellaneous charges. These are all charges you have to consider while preparing the estimation. What all the charges will be there? Example, overhead charges will be there, supervision charges will be there, labor charges will be there, contingencies will be there, inspection charges will be there, transportation charges and stock incidental charges. Last, miscellaneous charges will be there. So these are all the charges you have to consider while preparing the estimation. What are all these charges we'll discuss in details in next class. Qualities of good estimator. If you want to become a good estimator, what are all the qualities you should have in you? First, a good estimator should have full practical experience, full practical experience and knowledge about preparing estimation. He should have knowledge about the latest drawings. What are all the drawings are coming, he should have knowledge about those things and standard formats using. He should have full knowledge about the specifications of materials and market prices. Once you consider the specifications of materials, you have to know about the cost of those materials also. Then he should have knowledge about the other charges like labor charges and other charges. What are all the things we have listed in the last slide. Then he should have good imagination. Why he should have good imagination? For any work you have to provide the provision for future extension. If you want to provide a future extension, you have to imagine what are all the things may come in the future. So the good estimator should have a good imagination. Next, specification. Specification generally a document which gives a detailed description about the materials. For example, if you want to purchase a motor, you will go to the market, you will ask for the specification of the motor, he will give you some documents. In that documents, what are all the things he has mentioned? He has mentioned the, for example, you have taken the motor, he has mentioned the type of motor, either a single phase or three phase. Then he have mentioned the ratings, current rating, voltage rating, power rating. Power, that is in the 1 HP, 2 HP or 3 HP like this. Voltage 230 volt or 415 volt. Current 10 amps, 20 amps like that. Then what are all speed of that motor, make of that motor, serial number of that motor. These are all come under the document. That document is called the specification. Specification is defined as a documented detailed description, a documented detailed description of materials, equipments, machineries, etc. suit to the your requirements. Then next, importance of specification. Importance of specification. First thing, it provide a clear details of the materials. It gives, second point, it gives standards applied for materials. Standards as per Indian Bureau of Standards, in which standard your material should be made. Those things in the specification. Next, it helps to purchase suitable materials. What are all the required materials you have to purchase? Those it will helps in the. Next, it provides clear instructions about the quality of the materials. It provides clear instructions about the quality of the materials. Next point, it gives procedure for installation and using of materials. Next, factors to be considered for specification. What are all the factors you are going to consider while making the specification? Specification must be as per the market availability of the materials. What are all the materials you are considering? Those materials must be available in the market. What are the same specification you should have include in your specification or in your estimation. Next, specification must be as per standards. Economic factors and proper safety factors must be considered while preparing the specification. These are all the 4 points you should have considered while preparing the specification. Next, that ends the first session. On the basis of the first session, we should have some multiple choice questions and answers. Please answer. First question, which among the following information is required for estimation? First one, availability of specifications. Second, standard format. Third one, latest market prices. The options are A 1 and 2, B 3, C all the above, D none of the above. Anyone answer? Anybody can answer? The answer is C, all the above. The above three, what are all these three? Availability of specifications, standard format, latest market prices. These three are required while preparing the estimation. Next, multiple choice questions and answers. Question number 2. Which of the following qualities the good estimator should have? First one, he should have knowledge about specifications, knowledge about latest softwares, he should have good imagination. The questions are on the basis of what we have discussed in the class. Now the options are A 1 and 3, B 2 and 3, C all the above, D none of the above. Anyone answer? At least guess the answer. Any guesses? The answer is A, that is 1 and 3. The good estimator should have the knowledge about specifications and he should have good imagination. Next, the third question, following which sentences are correct about specification? First one, documented description of materials. Second one, it helps to purchase suitable materials. Third one, it gives quality and standards applied for materials. The options are A 1 and 2, B 3, C all the above, D none of the above. Anyone? Anybody can answer? Any guesses? The answer is C all the above. All these three sentences are correct about the specification. Specification gives the documented description of materials. Specification helps to purchase suitable materials. Specification gives quality and standards applied for materials. These are all correct sentences. Next, here I have used some references. These are all some books and some soft copies. Electrical Installation, Estimation and Costing by J.B. Gupta. Second one, Electrical Wiring, Estimating and Costing by S.L. Upal, G.C. Garg. Third one, Electrical Estimating, Specification and Costing by M. Raghunath Rao. Fourth, General Specifications for Internal Work, Part 1, that is 2013. Fifth, Code of Practice for Earthing, IS 3043, 1987. These are all the reference books you can refer. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.